Hello friends, welcome to JavaEE Servlets tutorial. Here we are going to create our cookies example. So this is part 2 of the video. In the previous part, we looked at cookies and cookies concept. So to understand cookies, first we will create a home page. So this will be our home page. We call it as cookies homepage.html. So when you click on this user preference, you will get a new HTML page. So when you click user preference link in the cookies home.html, it will launch a new HTML page, userpreference.html. So here in this userpreference.html, you can see two set of radio buttons. One, user can choose a font size for the pages. The next set of radio button will allow the user to select a background color. So once they make their choice, they can click on the set my pref. So this set my pref will make use of user preference manager servlet, and there we will set the cookies. Alright, that means this is a submit button and action takes place in userpreference.manager.java. So that's the servlet. Then you see two more links here. This one will display servlet about cookies. And there is one more link. This will display one more servlet. So if you see here in this example, we have two HTML form. One is cookies home.html and another one is userpreference.html. So these two are plain HTML. Then when user clicks set my pref, the action takes place in userpref manager. Here we actually create the cookies. Then after that, you will see a message stating that cookies created. Then from that page, you can come back to this cookies home. Then from the cookies home, you can either click about cookies or age of cookies. So here, so this will create cookies, as well as it will ask the browser to set the cookies. Then when user clicks about cookies, we will read the cookies. Here also we will read the cookies. So that means the userpref manager will set the font size as well as back color. Then about cookies and age cookies will read those cookie information from the client machine. Then it sets the text accordingly. That means it changes the font size after reading. That's the action we will do. So we will set a new font size and we will change the background color to user preference. So these cookies are browser dependent. That means if user selected some setting in IE, they can select different setting in the Chrome. So even though these are all stored in the disk, so each browser will handle it separately. That means you can have different preference for IE as well as Chrome. Alright, now here in this example, in this part, we will create these two HTML page, and there are two more parts. There we will read cookies and write cookies. Alright, now let us concentrate on these two HTML file, cookies home as well as user preference. Okay, now let us open our workspace with Eclipse Neon. So as we are going to create two HTML pages, those pages goes inside this web content. So right click on the web content, and if you want to know what this is a web module. So we created it using a dynamic web project. Module version is 3.1. Alright, now we will create our HTML file. So this is the name we are giving to the HTML file, cookies homepage.html. We will accept the default. We will change the title as cookies homepage. Next, inside the body tag, we will create a div tag. So this div tag is optional, but we will place our link inside this div tag, and we are setting the div tag property as light yellow. So that's why you see yellow background when you place the content inside this div tag. So as per our example, here inside this div tag, we need to place 3 links. Alright, now we will place our hyperlinks. And if you see, we have 3 h1 tag. Inside that, we placed a hyperlink reference. So the first link is user preference. Second one is about cookies. Third one is age of cookies. And we haven't yet created the HTML file, and these two are actually servlets. So we will create these servlets later. For now, I just kept this name. So when we are creating this servlet, we have to remember this name, and we should create our servlet to match this hyperlink. Alright, so our next stuff is to create userpreference.html. Let us copy it to the clipboard. First, let us look at the appearance of this. So we published it, but we haven't yet started our servlet. I mean the Wildfly web server. So I'm starting it now. So you can see Wildfly 10.1 is started, and our web module is synchronized, and we have homepage cookies homepage.html is ready. Now we will run this on Wildfly server. So this is how it looks. You can look at the status here. It shows the hyperlink. Alright, so these hyperlinks are not yet ready. Now we will close this, and if you remember, we already copied this userpreference.html. Now we will create that HTML. So as usual, go to new, click on HTML file. So we set the title. After this, here we are creating a div. So we set the background color as light yellow, then font family we are setting it as Verdana. Next we will say preference page in h1 tag. So if you see here, this is our form. We haven't yet placed any item inside the form. So our form method is post, and it is going to post user selection into Userpref manager servlet. So this servlet also not yet created. We will create that soon. So in the previous page, here you saw one servlet. This is one more servlet. In these two servlet, we will read the cookies. Here we will actually set the cookies. All right. I mean in this Userpref manager servlet. This one is just a HTML to collect users' choice. Now we need to create two set of radio buttons. That means the font size is a group and the other group is the back color group. So if you see here, we specified font size as a h2 label. After that, we created 3 input HTML control and type is radio. So ID we gave it as a font small, font medium, font large, and this is the caption text for the radio button, small, medium, large. So to make these 3 as one group, we gave same name for all 3 radio buttons. So the name is font size. So in HTML perspective, this will treat all 3 as a radio button. That means user can select only one option among these 3. So not only that, this name will help the servlet to retrieve the user selection. Alright, now we will create our next set of radio button. So this is our next set of radio button. It is similar to the previous radio buttons. So these 3 radio buttons, red, wheat, green, will help the user to select the background color for the text. And if you see, the name is BG. Now the previous set of radio buttons are named as font size. The next set of radio buttons, these 3 radio buttons are named as BG. Alright, so we have form ready, we have input radio buttons ready. There are 2 radio sets. 2 radio sets are ready. So what is missing is the submit button. We will add that now. So here is our submit button and we set value as set my pref. Now we can either check this directly because these 2 are independent HTML, or you can launch cookies home page and from there you can test the hyperlink. Alright, before that we need to republish it. Let's go for a full publish. we are seeing undeployed at this moment, and the var file is deployed. Now we will launch homepage.html. And let us test it is launching the user preference. So everything is working fine, and now user can select, and if you see, when I make a selection, the previous selection goes off. So this is one set of radio button, and this is treated as a second set of radio button. Then user can click on set my pref. So at present the page is not there, that's why you are getting the error. We will rectify it in the next video. So this usepref manager, which will run on the servlet, I mean the Wildfly server, that launches the servlet. Then it responds back. During the response, the client browser will see set of cookies that needs to be stored here internally. I mean in the client machine, those cookies get stored. Let's close this, and then we will stop our Wildfly server. So server is stopped. So you can always go to your workspace and take a backup of it. So in the next coming series, if you made mistake in any of the video, there are 4-part videos. At present you are seeing the second part. If you made mistake anywhere, then you can restore your backup and start working from there. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.